What's up, everybody? If you guys pay attention to the UFC, you like it, you're watching my videos, right? Then you've seen the egregious fight announcement of Jose Aldo versus Aiemann Zahabi. So, I wanted to talk about something today where, you know, during the build up of Jones versus Miocic, the whole reason that we were getting that fight instead of Jones versus Aspinall was you know, Dana White saying, we gotta respect the legends. People will be mad at me if I don't give Stipe the title shot. So, I'm here to talk about this, right? This is fucking bullshit. Dana White is a liar. He doesn't view any fighter more than a tool to make money, I feel like. Um, Maybe that's taking it a little bit too far. But at the end of the day, like you don't really show respect to legends. So I'm gonna go through a couple examples here in this video. So first, let's go over Jose Aldo's accolades. Okay, 9 consecutive title wins, including his title fights in the WEC. He beat Frankie Edgar for the belt again after he lost to Conor McGregor. He only lost to UFC champions and Marlon Moraes, who wasn't a UFC champ. And as you can see here, Mario Adolf Batista, he doesn't count. That's not a loss. Jose Aldo's coming off a win. He beat Mario Batista by decision at UFC 307. That's the world we live in. I won't hear it any other way. But let's go through some of his wins here. Okay, Jose Aldo, he beat Mike Brown for the belt in WEC, defended his title against Uriah Faber, Manny Gamburian, I don't know who that is, Mark Hominick, Kenny Florian. He beat Chad Mendez. He beat Frankie Edgar. He beat the Korean Zombie. He beat Ricardo Lamas. He beat Chad Mendez again. Um, like, what more do you want this guy to do? God forbid he loses to fucking Alexander Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Merab Dvalishvili and Peter Yan. God fucking forbid. Um, Back to the fucking queue with you, Aldo. You're fighting Aiemann Zahabi, whose best win is Javid Basharat. Okay, that's that guy's best win. He beat Javid Basharat by decision. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm hating on Aiemann Zahabi. Okay, because I actually like him. I like his fighting style. He's a very boxing heavy fighter. Those tend to be my favorite fighters. I like his fighting style. I think he's a good fighter, but it's just what the fuck has he done to even like think about being in the same cage as Jose Aldo? It's ridiculous. Same thing with Mario Bautista and Jonathan Martinez. Why the fuck did he even have to fight those guys? Like, it so easily could have been Jose Aldo versus Corey Sanhagen versus fucking Henry Cejudo, fucking Umar. I don't know, just somebody higher up in the rankings with a big name. Jose Aldo versus Sean O'Malley. Why not? Why not, man? Like, it's just I'm not excited for the Aiemann Zahabi fight. I think it's an easy fight for Aldo. I don't think it's even competitive. And this could be his retirement fight. This could be his last fight. We don't know. He's an old fucking man, okay? Let's go down here. Take a look at Aldo's face. Look at his fucking face, dude. This is an old man. Okay? This is an elderly man. He's been in the UFC and MMA just fighting for so fucking long. And they're like, okay, best we could do is Jonathan Martinez, Mario Batista, and Aiemann Zahabi. It's fucking stupid. So I want to give some more examples of some legends that weren't treated so nicely by the UFC. So first one I got Shogun. In his last fight, they matched him up with Ihor Potieria, and this was obviously them trying to make Ihor a big name, use Shogun's name for that. Before this, he lost to Ovince St. Preux and Paul Craig. He had a couple wins before that, but matching a legend like Shogun, who people fucking adore, a lot of people love Shogun. Matching him up with Ihor Potieria in his retirement fight is pretty fucking bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. Um, yeah. So This is the person I know the least about on this list. Like, I haven't seen a lot of Shogun fights. I only started watching UFC at like late 2022, honestly. So I don't know that much about Shogun, but I've looked at his record. I know he was a UFC champion. He had entertaining fights. He's fought some of the best fighters ever. And I know a lot of people love Shogun, especially a lot of older fans love Shogun, and they matched the guy up with Ihor Potieria to try and use his name to build a prospect. It's just kind of dirty. I don't think they should do things like this. Like with Tony, this is my next example. Tony Ferguson. Um, like he loses to Justin Gaethje. He loses to Charles. He loses to Beneil. He loses to, I think after that it was Michael Chandler. Um, and then Bobby Green, and then Paddy Pimblett. Why would they match him up with Paddy Pimblett, you say, when he's on like a fucking 6-fight losing streak? Oh, well, that's easy. You look at Paddy Pimblett's resume, you see Tony Ferguson, you think, oh, that's an all-time great. Tony Ferguson, interim lightweight champion. He never got his title shot. He should have got it. He's the fucking boogeyman. 12-fight win streak. That's Tony. But if you know UFC, you say, wait, Tony Ferguson at the end of 2023? He was an old man. He's on a fucking losing streak. They can't give him fucking Jim Miller. They can't give him Clay Guida. They can't fucking do that. They give him Paddy Pimblett. And then for some fucking reason, they give him Michael Chiesa. Okay? Okay, I want you to look into my eyes right now, guys. Look into my eyes. Do you give a shit about Michael Chiesa? Does that win against Tony mean anything to you? No. They wanted to get rid of Tony Ferguson, which they should have. They should have forced him to retire after that fight. Okay? And he got cut from the UFC. He's in the GFL now. But like they couldn't have given him something fun like Clay Guida or Jim Miller, something like that, man. It's just a fucking shame. This guy's UFC send off, the last memory that UFC fans are gonna have of him is him getting choked out by Michael Chiesa in a round and getting fucking decisioned by Paddy Pimblett. Okay? Um it's just it's brutal. And I don't know why they do things like this. To be honest, like the UFC's matchmaking recently, it's so fucking hit or miss. Like I said in my last video, 1 week we can get Bilal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena and Volk versus Lopez, and then the next week we can get fucking Jose Aldo versus Aiemann Zahabi. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, next example, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Okay, look at this fucking win streak. These are all title wins. Okay, I think he has the most title defenses in UFC history. And then he loses one split decision to Henry Cejudo. And because he doesn't sell that many pay-per-views at the time, the UFC is like, hey, kid, good news. You're going to ONE FC. We're trading you for Ben Askren and a bag of chips. Okay? This is silly. When you look at DJ's title reign, not all of the fights were exciting, but a lot of them were exciting. Okay? There's 1, 2. All right, let's count the amount of fights first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 fights. Now let's count the amount of finishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 out of 13 fights were finishes. So he's getting more finishes than decisions in his title reign. And most of his fights are good, even if they aren't finishes. Like, this guy is doing generational shit, hitting fucking flying arm bars, suplexing a guy, and then getting an arm bar. It's insane. Knocking out Joseph Benavidez with one punch. Like, this guy's doing crazy shit. Like, finishing Henry Cejudo back in the day, a while ago. It's been a long fucking time. And I get, at the time, DJ wasn't a star. I know a lot of people try and act like they were huge hardcore fans of DJ, and oh my god, the UFC's wrong, he was selling pay-per-views. They try and act like that. They try and change history. You can go back and look at that time. You can look at some of the lowest selling pay-per-views in the UFC, and it was DJ. But that doesn't fucking matter, dude. They shouldn't really give that much of a shit when you've got a guy like this who's fucking defending his title so many times, the goat of the fucking sport. You shouldn't trade him to ONE FC for Ben Askren. Now, I know Ben Askren at the time was viewed as a very high-level fighter, too, but it's just crazy. One fucking loss, and they ship you off to ONE FC, which did end up being good for DJ. Like, he's got a massive fan base right now. I think he hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is insane. Like, he's got a massive fan base. So this, like, it kind of paid off for him in a way. But I still think it was a very scummy thing for the UFC to do, and then for Dana to come out last year and say, "Oh, nobody defended Demetrius Johnson more than me." Yeah, if that was true, you wouldn't have sent him to ONE FC for Ben Askren and a bag of fucking chips, okay? But the last example I got here is Henry Cejudo. Like I was talking about earlier, the matchmaking is fucking terrible, okay? This guy beats Dominic Cruz. He retires because he wants more money. They don't give it to him, which, okay, it's not my business to say, oh, he should get more money, he should get less money. That's not my business. That's not what I should be deciding. But he comes back, he gets a title shot, okay? Loses a close fight to Aljo, then he loses to Merab. And then, let's see, 2 people in the rankings, one who he's fought, one who he hasn't fought, but people really want to see him fight, Jose Aldo and Dominic Cruz. They're both old, out of their prime. All 3 of these guys are old, out of their prime. And they don't match any of them up against each other. They're like, hey, what should we do? Oh, let's match Henry Cejudo up with Song Yadong. It's fucking stupid, man. I just don't understand the matchmaking with Henry Cejudo. At the end of the day, whether you like him or not, this guy is one of the greatest fighters ever. And in one of his last fights, which a lot of people were like, hey, this could be his retirement fight, they match him up with Song Yadong, which it's fucking stupid. But let me know what you guys think of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I might upload 2 videos tomorrow. And I think starting next week, I'm going to try and do a nightly live stream from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. in EST, which is my time zone. I'll see. Live streaming for me is kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it or not, because I want to have viewers while I'm streaming, but if I don't, the stream is going to be boring because there's nothing to talk about, because I'm talking about MMA. So it's not like I can like play a game on stream or something. That's not what people are watching me for. They're watching me for MMA and UFC stuff, because that's what my channel is about. So it's kind of a, I'm thinking about it, because I want to stream, but I won't have any viewers. But the only way to get more viewers in my live stream would be probably to live stream consistently. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and goodbye.